There's a part of your book as well that talks about your early life and something that you haven't spoken about before, which was you spent some time in prison.
I did.
Could you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, unfortunately, the way I grew up, I was around quite a lot of violence as a child, and where, some of my friends I was hanging out with, great guys, but they'd just go out at the weekend and end up getting in scraps, and they were a bit older than me. I was young, and I kind of looked up to them, and good guys. Don't get me wrong, but that's kind of the lifestyle we were in, and we were always getting in scraps and fights, and it's kind of a tough little town where I'm from. There was always a lot of, it's embarrassing now. I'm 40 years old, but when we were younger, that's kind of how it was, and ended up in a bit of trouble with the law. And then one night I went into a bathroom and two guys were beating my friend up. They were stamping on his head. There was blood everywhere. So a fight kicked off, and I got arrested, and it wasn't the first time. And the judge had had enough, basically, and sent me down for 28 days. And at the time, obviously, I didn't have very kind words to say about that judge, but he did me a massive favour in hindsight. He made me realise that, you can't go around behaving like that, and I had to make a change. Because when I got to prison, I was like, wow, what the hell has happened to my life? Is this it? Is this what I've become? And I was ashamed of myself. I didn't speak to anybody in there. I didn't associate with anybody. And anytime anyone tried to talk to me, I was like, no, I'm not one of you. This is not me. I'm better than this. And when I came out, that's when I turned my life around.
If you could say something to people who are in that situation, what would you say to them to sort of try and get them out of it?
For one, and again, I sound fully Americanized when I say this, the legal age is too young in England because obviously you push it, right? You don't wait till you're 18, you drink a little bit early. In America, it's 21, you might start drinking at 19, 20. In England, you're drinking at 16. You got no business drinking alcohol at 16 years old. You're a child. You're an absolute child, and you go out there, you have a skinful. You don't know what you're doing. You're absolutely hammered. I never, ever got in any trouble sober. It was always alcohol fueled, So you're going out there, you're drinking, you're making stupid mistakes, you're acting like an arsehole. You're never going to achieve anything doing that. Going out, getting drunk, getting in trouble. I mean, it's the road to nowhere. You're going to end up either in prison like I did, you're going to end up in trouble, you're going to end up hurt, you're going to end up, who knows what's going to happen to you. But you're not achieving anything. You're really not achieving anything. You think you're having a good time, but you're really not. You're hammered. You don't know what's going on anyway. Wake up is what I'd say. At some point you will. Well, hopefully. Not everybody does. At some point you'll look around and go, wow, what have I been doing with my life? So I went to a maximum security prison. It was a 24-hour day lockup. I would go downstairs in the morning, wait in line, get my food, take it back to your cell, eat it in your cell, put it through a little slit in the door. Lunchtime, go down, wait in line, get your food, take it back to your cell. Same in the evening. 1 hour a week, you got out and you walked around in a circle on a yard.
1 hour a week.
1 hour a week. And I was locked in this tiny little cell with some arsonist. And he was all right. He was a nice enough guy, a bit weird. He was definitely an arsonist. We don't keep in touch, believe it or not. And as I said, that was a super low point in my life. And then the guards came around, they did a random inspection one day, came in and searched our cell, and they asked me what I was in for. The charge was public order, because the guy that I had a fight with, he was a bit of a toe rag himself, so he wasn't pressing charges, the police pressed charges, and they said public order. They said, what the hell are you doing in here? I'm like, I have no idea. I'm locked up with rapists, murderers, paedophiles, things like that. So a couple of days later, they moved me to an open prison. I was with accountants for tax evasion and things like that. It was a little bit better. Within an hour of being there, I was playing ping pong with a Solero in my hand. You know what I mean? I swear to God, I think I had a beer as well. Within an hour, I had a beer, a Solero, and I'm playing ping pong. It was like Butlins. Do you know what I mean? I was at a holiday camp. I'm like, this isn't so bad. But I'm glad they sent me to the maximum one first, because that really sent the message. Had I gone to Butlins without the birds and the booze, I might have ended up back there one day.